Indian markets just delivered one of their strongest signals this quarter. We've seen a powerful today rally, with the Nifty reclaiming 24,200 and the Sensex jumping over 800 points. Investors added a staggering 5.8 lakh crore rupees in wealth. This wasn't just a bounce, it was a broad-based buying spree, especially across key sectors. But that is only part of the story. This significant recovery extends beyond mere market sentiment. It's fueled by robust performances from the IT and banking sectors. Tata Consultancy Services, or TCS, provided a substantial boost, helping the Nifty reclaim crucial levels. This suggests underlying earnings strength and a positive outlook for India's domestic economy. Here's why this matters for investors right now. The resurgence in IT and banking, combined with signals of premium housing demand and urbanization, points to structural tailwinds for India's realty market into 2026. This isn't a short-term trade, it's a multi-year theme. The deepening of India's capital markets, as evidenced by the NSE's pitch to 30 global investors for its own IPO, further solidifies this positive narrative. So, who benefits? We are seeing specific sectors with clear gains. The Nifty PSU Bank Index is up nearly 4%, with Indian banks soaring 10% after strong Q1 results. This reflects a broader positive sentiment towards public sector undertakings. Additionally, defense electronics makers like Tonbo Imaging are seeing IPO approvals, highlighting continued government focus on domestic manufacturing and defense capabilities. While domestic sentiment is strong, who faces risks? The rupee slipped on the week. This was due to the Iran flare-up, which spurred caution and merchant hedging. Geopolitical tensions, particularly those impacting oil prices, can quickly reprice risk in emerging markets like India, even amidst strong internal drivers. This is a critical global macro overlay. The supporting evidence for India's capital market depth is clear. We are seeing a wave of IPOs and new listings. Milky Mist is set to launch a substantial $213 million IPO this month. Lords Mark Industries just listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange, and IKE Electricals shares debuted with a 68% premium. This indicates strong investor appetite for new issues, signaling confidence in India's growth trajectory. But there are counterarguments. Despite the impressive rally, Indian shares snapped their weekly winning run. Why? Primarily due to those Midas worries and concerns about oil prices. While the market rebounded strongly, it's not immune to external shocks. Global macroeconomic uncertainties can still create volatility and prompt investors to take profits, even in a robust domestic setup. Now look at what happened globally. The Nasdaq rallied on chip stocks, and SK Hynix made its highly anticipated US debut. This isn't just another tech listing, it's a massive $26.5 billion offering. The chairman of SK Hynix told CNBC that demand for their AI memory is enormous. This clearly signifies the relentless capital flow into the AI theme and its key enablers. Here's where things become interesting for broader liquidity. The ETF market is already pushing limits, with SK Hynix being the latest example of massive inflows distorting traditional structures. Traders are also falling back in love with Meta platforms. Optimism is building around Meta's AI strategy, signaling that the AI investment cycle is broadening beyond just chip makers to encompass other large-cap tech beneficiaries. The next signal comes from commodity markets. Gold is heading for a weekly loss as traders weigh both the Iran situation and the future path of interest rates. Meanwhile, the NSE crude options hit a record high, capturing 63% of daily trading volume. This underscores the market's heightened sensitivity to geopolitical events and their potential impact on global oil supplies and inflation expectations. That leads us to a bigger question about capital flow implications. Quant Mutual Fund recently bought Ethos shares worth 175 crore rupees, while BofA acquired 385 crore shares in Kalyan Jewellers. This shows continued institutional interest in specific Indian growth stories. However, the overarching theme is how global capital, currently flowing into AI infrastructure, might eventually rotate into more diversified emerging marketplace, including India's domestic consumption and infrastructure themes. On Breakout Watch, we are keenly observing Indian PSU banks. Their strong Q1 results and sector rally indicate improving asset quality and earnings visibility. Reliance Industries also remains on Breakout Watch. With Q1 earnings dates announced and global refining margins showing resilience, it could see renewed interest, especially with Jio Financial Services also announcing dates. We also have Apollo Microsystems rising 5% on its stake acquisition in Premier Explosives. For trim consideration, we look at global tech names that have run up significantly on AI momentum. While the underlying thesis remains strong, some large-cap tech, particularly those with stretched valuations and high growth expectations, might warrant a closer look. For example, some AI memory leaders could face yield pressure if the market begins to price in future competition more aggressively. Looking ahead, the market setup is defined by two key forces: resilient domestic demand and capital market deepening in India, balanced against persistent global geopolitical risks and the broadening AI investment cycle. Upcoming earnings from Reliance and Jio Financial, alongside global inflation data and any developments in the Iran situation, will set the tone. It's a complex but opportunity-rich environment. To stay ahead of these structural capital rotations and navigate this dynamic market landscape, make sure to subscribe to SMANI News. We bring you institutional-grade insights daily. We'll see you in the next breakdown.